Alright, we are back at it. This time we're finishing up the study. After weeks of holiday chaos, we're giving this space the glow up it deserves. Think cozy vibes, crafty corners, and a reveal we've been dying to share. Let's get this done and maybe even celebrate with a victory cup of coffee. Let's go!
4 years ago, we took a leap of faith and bought a Swedish manor house that once served as a hotel. Now, we're transforming it into our forever home. Welcome to Swedish Manor Life.
We're back in the study.
We are. And we have some extra labor, as you can see, stacked on top of each other. Precision work, that's how
probably not OSHA.
Probably not, no. But it is practical.
Yeah, it's super straight up here.
You guys are nuts. And so we are up to what? First of all, we are standing on some brand new flooring.
We are.
Would you look at that?
I can't believe that we can finally see a nice floor in here, because we've been staring at the old one for such a long time. I didn't know that it could look this nice, ever.
It's beautiful.
It is, and we are now doing the baseboards.
Exactly. So at the bottom, you have what's called the baseboard. And so we're putting in these puppies down by the door casings, and then we're putting in the baseboards now that the flooring is laid and done.
And I have pre-painted these, so we don't need to do that when they are already in place.
Yeah, you don't want to spend time masking off the baseboards once again. And so the name of the game now, because we do want to move in some furniture, is that we want to essentially get the sofa done as quickly as possible.
And you've put the baseboards down here, which looks superb.
Yeah. So we'll do a few of those, and then we have still some stuff to do down here.
Yeah.
But Christmas is closing in, and we want as much done as possible. So we're going to focus on getting that niche done, or that part of the room done. And we're going to focus on getting these baseboards done so that we can move in the sofa, and so that we can put up the
paintings.
The paintings. It's not paintings.
Okay, so
the botanical art.
Yes. Finally, this has been a long way coming.
So cut to some sort of montage, some upbeat music, get some popcorn, let's go. The floors turned out great, and we are so happy with the results. And now we're turning our attention to the sea salt rug. With the floors all done, we could go back in and finish off all of the baseboards and casings that connect directly down to the finished flooring. So ideally, you would have finished all of the paint jobs before you finish off the floors so that you could basically just uncover the plastic and move in some furniture. But life doesn't always work like that. So we did what we could in terms of painting before the flooring guys came in, and then we had to come in again and finish off whatever was left after they had finished their job. After we had moved in some of the furniture, we started measuring for the botanical art wall. And then everyone chipped in on the botanical art wall project that we had laid out in front of us. It took a long time, just taking all of the necessary measurements, trying to figure out the appropriate spacing between the frames. It looks easy, but I can assure you that it wasn't. But the results speak for themselves. We love it.
Whoa! Moa and I, we put up the last frames last night, so now we're completely done with the
Nice.
botanic art project.
That looks good.
It does. Is it comfy?
Do I fit?
You fit perfectly in that space with your beige pants and all. It is lovely.
That's awesome.
I love that we've continued with the frames like going down pretty low. Looks good. But does this mean that we're done in here? No.
No, of course not. The lights still don't work.
Yeah?
So we need to do that. We need to do some more touch-up paint job
Yeah.
here and there.
But we couldn't resist to start decorating, could
Of course not. We still don't have any lights in the ceiling.
Yeah, we're looking.
That's still to come.
Exactly, some track lights with the nice spotlights, just like the library. And over here, we put in the table last night and the bench. And of course, we had to decorate a little bit, even though we're not done. And you have, over here it looks like this. So our plan is to get all set in here until New Year's. Do you think we can make it?
Of course we can.
Are you really sure?
We can make it if we put down the camera and take up the tools. Pick up a hammer.
Okie dokie.
Let's go.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin.
We didn't manage to finish all of the baseboards before Christmas, so we continued on Christmas Day because we're nuts and we like this kind of stuff. And so we pre-painted all of the trimmings because we are working with a finished flooring and we don't want this to spill over and have to mask everything off again. Hi guys, hope you had a great Christmas. We did, at least. We did not manage to finish the study before Christmas. That was the intention initially. So we celebrated Christmas and now we're back in the study again, trying to set another deadline, which is New Year's. Can we make it until or before New Year's? No one knows. So some of the stuff that we did manage to wrap up before Christmas was the botanical art wall, which turned out great, we think at least. We got the sofa in, we got the lights, the sconces up, although they do not have any power supply yet. That'll come. And for those of you thinking that, whoa, it's a dark place, yes, it is, because we have yet to put up the lights in the ceiling. That's also to come, but that won't happen before New Year's because our electrician, Nicholas, is on a break, and deservedly so. So that'll happen after New Year's. But we did manage to put in some of the books so that it actually becomes a study where you can pick a book and study something. We do have the flooring in place, which is lovely. And I have been busy on putting the baseboard in all the way. And that's a tedious process because you have to pre-paint the baseboard because you don't want to paint down at the finished floor because it's going to spill over and leave marks. So that's a bit of a process. And then I'm also starting to plan out how these radiator covers should look. I think we're going with some perforated sheet metal. It's going to have a different look from the library, but it'll be functional in a place where a lot of people will be walking by, kids playing, running around, and so on. So that has to be a bit sturdy. Still, though, detachable so that you can service the radiators if needed. All right, so the mission of the day is to complete the baseboarding around the room of the study. And so I've done all of the green baseboard, and now I'm transitioning into the yellow part of the study, and hence the yellow baseboard on top of the seesaw rug. And I'm transitioning that into some casing around the door, and then that all holds the server rack room and some other technical bits. And we built a door for that yesterday. So I need to figure out a way to wrap some baseboard on that main door that could also swing open. So when putting up the baseboards, I usually think it's better or best to glue up any outside corners and small corners or returns for that matter beforehand, because none of these angles are ever true in terms of being 90 degrees when I'm doing renovations on top of someone else 50 years ago or 250 years ago. So I usually glue these up, I let them dry, and then now this is gonna fit perfectly, but whenever this is dry and I can remove all my clamps, my miter clamps, I can put everything in place and then nail it off and move on to the next part. So that's the plan. Takes a bit of time, but the end result will be so much better.
The day is finally here. We've been working on this project for a year now, Carl.
We have. That's insane.
That's insane. I mean, we started in the library exactly a year ago.
Yes.
And
i.e. this room. We started
Exactly.
here a year ago.
Yes, which we finished half a year ago. And
a
then,
year ago, we had a wall dividing these two rooms.
yeah, and I remember you were scratching a hole into it.
We were, yes.
Can we please?
For those of you who have checked out our Instagram, there are some old stories on this project. All of it is in portrait mode for Instagram, but we'll do some sort of look back for you guys where you can see the library and the study and whatever happened a year ago.
Definitely, that will be a whole other episode.
Yes.
But for today, we're gonna do the reveal. And are you gonna like go through the plastic or?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Let's go.
Ah! Ooh la la! Look at this. So this is the yellow area with the desk. Oh, that's so nice. And over here we have all the bookcases that Carl has built, and the lovely, lovely table that we've actually been sitting around for a few days, even though we were...
This table is awesome.
It is awesome.
And it's not just the table, it's the table in conjunction with the benches. There's a purpose-built bench on the wall, as you know. And then there's this that we found elsewhere in the house. And the combo of having a library or study desk or table with benches is just awesome.
So this is a lovely desk that we've built. And I see like 2 people could sit here working together, like the kids.
Yeah, it fits 2 people easily, I would say.
It's almost 2.5 meters, so yeah, definitely. We might build a bookcase over here. Love the rug. It brings so much warmth into the space.
Agreed.
This area is fantastic, but we need to look at the botanical art. I'm so pleased with how this area turned out. And as you can see, we did a lot of measuring before we ended up with this very nice fit for all the botanical art frames that we really, really like.
Yeah, it's always a challenge to, you have your frames and the frame size, and then you have other measurements that are given, such as the wall height and width, and then you have a door placed. Obviously, the sconces we could place in such a way that it would fit, but you never know if it's going to fit exactly over the door with the same spacing as in the other parts of the wall. And it did. And it turned out great. We love it.
We love it.
Obviously now we don't have much light. The sconces aren't hooked up yet, and we don't have anything in the ceiling. So it's a bit dark. Apologies for that, but it's cozy.
It is. And I can see myself sitting here reading books with the children and just having a lovely time. Love this nook. Fantastic.
And these bookcases turned out great, we think.
They did.
It was a labor of love. I did most of this over the summer, actually. But it turned out great. We love the color of it. We love the green. And I've gone bonkers with details and moldings and crown moldings and cap-offs and returns and
they are everywhere.
chamfers and whatnot. But that's the loving part of doing carpentry. I love it.
It looks
And now we
fantastic.
started to fill these up with books. And the theme of books in this room will obviously go towards more of the study. So this will be books by topic: chemistry, physics, math, economics,
Biology,
gardening, and so on and so forth. And the kids are already loving it. And it doesn't look very Pinteresty or Instagramishly.
What are
Those
you
aren't
saying?
words. But it's good for the kids.
It's
And
fantastic.
that's everything that counts in this room.
I ain't afraid of the dark, 'cause once you let the light in, you won't see the beautiful stars shining down from afar. No, I ain't afraid of the dark. I don't mind the rain, bringing life back. We can breathe again when dealing with the pain. No, I don't mind the rain. And ooh, that's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And ooh, like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go. Getting old don't bother me, 'cause with eyes that's been through life, it's so much easier to see who I am and who I wanna be. No, getting old don't bother me.
So with these 2 rooms now done, or 3 if you want to count the middle space in the Winnie the Pooh room, we've actually completed the first floor or the ground floor of the main house.
We have.
Finally. As you may or may not know, this used to be the reception area, and that used to be a dining room when this was a hotel. So we haven't used this space in a long time, or any time since we moved in 4 years ago. And now all of it is connecting, which is fantastic. It really opens up the space on the first floor
It does.
for
And
socializing and everything in between. So feels so good.
it feels so good.
And we finally got the tools out of the house.
We have.
I'm sure they're going to be brought in tomorrow for another project because that's what we do. But in any case, we can enjoy it for a couple of hours, have a glass of wine. Now I'm going to just make laps around this entire space because I can go this way into the dining room and I can walk out and come back in.
You should do that.
I should do that. And you guys should watch the episode, which you are if you're seeing this.
And the next one. And the next one.
And the next one.
Run.
Love you. See ya.